Refreshing stories. My name's Hiroshi. I work as a manager in the sales department for the fabrics company, Koneyori Kimochiko. I don't like to brag, but I've upheld the title for being the most successful salesman in my company for the past 10 years. And due to my successful sales numbers, I was promoted to be the manager of the sales department. In my new position, I've been able to not only continue my job as a salesman, but I've also been put in charge of the new employees of my department. Phew. Looks like I was able to outdo myself again this month. That's a relief. How was today's work, Hiroshi? Today went well, President Kimochiga. Let's see the numbers for this month. Wow, Hiroshi. You're our top salesman this month as well. Well done, Hiroshi. Thank you so much, sir. It is understandable that you're working hard, but you're the department manager after all, so it's important that you don't just make sure that you're doing good. You have to also make sure that your whole department's doing well, or else you won't get any more promotions. Are you by any chance taking away opportunities from your subordinates in order for you yourself to succeed? No way, sir. There's no way I'd ever do such a thing, but I do agree with what you're saying, and I'd like to put in even more effort in order to look after my subordinates better from now on. Well, that's good to hear. Do your best with educating and guiding your subordinates, Hiroshi. Yes, sir. That reminds me. My nephew will be joining this department soon as your subordinate. I hope you look after him well. Oh, this is the first time I'm hearing of such news. I don't think anyone new has been interviewed to join this department, and I haven't seen any new resumes come through. Ah, shut it already. Are you thinking that my nephew won't be good enough to work in this company or something? He doesn't need to have an interview, let alone have anyone go through his resume. After all, he graduated from the best university in the whole of Japan, not from some lowly ranked university like you graduated from. Oh, but I thought that you told me earlier that I'd get to sit in on any interviews for potential new candidates that might start working in my department. Ha ha ha! Who the hell do you think you are? There's no way you're ready to sit in on any interviews yet. And like I said already, my nephew didn't even have an interview anyway. If you don't like how things are done here, then why don't you leave this company? My apologies, sir. Hiroshi, I hope it won't be too much of a burden. The vice president has told me great things about him. I'm sure his nephew will become a great asset to your department. Yes, sir. I'll do my best. That's the spirit, Hiroshi. Just like insect watching, a positive outlook is the most important thing for success. We are all rooting for you to do even greater things, Hiroshi. Yes, sir! I never knew my job was like insect watching. Well, we'll be off then. Let's go, Vice President. Yes, sir! This is the president of Koneyori Kimochiko, Mr. Kimochiga. He treats every employee equally, and he's a great company president to everyone. On the other hand, the person that's always got something passive-aggressive to say to me is the vice president of the company, Mr. Koneide. He always looks down on people working under him, and always belittles the other employees. Soon came around the day that the vice president's nephew was to start working in my company. It seems like everything's going great today. Mr. Kimochiga isn't going to be at the company this month, but it seems like we'll be just fine without him. My subordinates are doing their very best, and it seems like we'll be breaking the record this month of having the most successful month in terms of sales to date. Maybe we'll even be able to make more sales than the number of divorces I've had up until now. Oops. Hey, Hiroshi! What are you talking about by yourself? Oh, nothing, sir.
Yo! Do I really have to spend time with this guy? He seems so lame.
And you are?
I'm Hiru Koneide, the future president of this company. Obviously, I'm going to be running this place in the near future, considering that I graduated from the best university in Japan.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to be the one to turn this company right around and revolutionize it. And you're going to be my little dog that helps me do so.
I don't understand what's going on here. Sir, who is this exactly? This is my nephew that I was telling you about before. He's the one that graduated from the best university in the whole of Japan. He's going to be the chief of this department from today. He's already been promoted to chief? Of course, because he's obviously worthy of the position. But he did just start here today, so he still doesn't know how things work around here. And considering that I'm busy myself, you'll be needing to look after him for the time being. I know my nephew's amazing though, so the tables might turn on you quickly. And even though he started working here today, you might end up being the one that's being taught by him soon enough. Wait, sir, the chief of our department now is Bunta. He's been doing a great job up until now. Do you think it's fair to just kick him to the curb like that? He hasn't even been able to defend himself about this change yet, let alone contribute anything to the story.
Shut up already! This is why people look down on Japanese companies. The strong ones, like me, are the ones that end up surviving. People like you who are weak and have old ideas of how things should be are the ones that'll get left behind soon enough.
You go, Hairu! It's the strong ones like you and me that are going to keep succeeding in this world. When I become the president of this company, I'll be needing your full support.
Of course, sir. I'll do everything to cater to you. And together, we'll make this company even more amazing than it already is now.
I feel like these two are really living in their heads. You're the greatest nephew that anyone could have ever asked for. You two better go and make the rounds to get your sales numbers up then. You two, make sure to pop by our client Stude Kinako as well. Oh, but that's my private client.
Damn. I can't believe you're in charge of such a big client as them. Are you sure you're capable of handling them? If not, I'll be more than happy to take them off of your hands.
I'm pretty sure I'm doing well with them. Stop blabbering already and go make your rounds. Hairu, don't hold anything back and go get them.
Yes, sir! If highly educated me goes to see the people at Suita Kinako, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to work with me straight away. I'll be able to persuade them to be my private client in no time.
I know you can do it, you amazing nephew of mine. Hiroshi, you better not get in the way of Hairu. This is the nephew of Mr. Koneide, Hairu. For some reason, he started working at our company in the chief position from the get-go. And he and Mr. Koneide kept going on about some strange plan about them taking over the company or something. Mr. Koneide made us go see our clients together. So that's what we did, but thank you for the continued partnership between our two companies. Things seem to be great for the both of us this month, right, sir? I'd like to again thank you for your continued dedication to working with us. Of course, Hiroshi. You always do your best for our partnership. I hope you'll continue to do your best for the both of us. Thank you so much, sir. By the way, Hiroshi, there's something I'd like to ask of you. About the 3,000 rolls of leather we ordered from you the other day, I'd like to actually change the order to a different type of fabric. Would that be possible? Oh, I see. I know this would mean that you wouldn't be making as much money as you would if we'd have bought the rolls of leather. Please, don't worry about that at all, sir. There's no need for you to worry about our end. We'll be able to change your order straight away. Why, thank you so much, Hiroshi. I'm so glad.
This isn't good at all. This conversation is ridiculous.
What? Why would you say—
Mr. Yogo, you shouldn't be changing your order from us to anything other than leather. If anything, you should be ordering the finest Italian leather we have to offer you.
Hairu, you should at least get our client's name right.
Mr. Yogo, I'll go make some new presentation materials about our finest leathers. So let's reschedule this meeting to next week. How about next Monday? Are you free then?
Oh, reschedule? Do we really have to do that? We don't need to do such a thing, sir. I thought so. After all, we've already decided that we don't need leather this month, let alone the finest leather you have to offer us. My apologies.
Damn it, Mr. Yogo! I didn't think that you'd be one of those old farts that can't think flexibly!
Excuse you? What's your name again? Mr. Koneide? You should know better than to be speaking to people like that. Especially people you just met for the first time.
Mr. Yogo, don't get so angry, dude! I'm just thinking about what's best for you and your company.
How dare you keep— First of all, my last name isn't Yogo, it's Yoga! Got it? It doesn't matter if you just started working at the company you work for now. You're a grown adult, so you should know better than to call people repeatedly by the wrong name. I hope you'll accept my apology on behalf of my new subordinate. I'm so sorry for him having disrespected you by calling you the wrong name, sir. I hope you'll still be willing to let us change your order for you this month. Well, you, Hiroshi, have never done anything to upset me, so I guess we'll keep our order of fabrics with you for this month. And I'm willing to forget about what happened just now, as long as your subordinate promises to do better next time. Remember, okay? My name's not Yogo, it's Yoga, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, sir. We'll be off then.
What a pathetic idiot. I did my best to give him advice, yet he just keeps acting like he was better than me.
Hey, Hairu! Wait right there!
This is exactly what I need in order to feel better.
Hey, Hairu! How you acted back there wasn't on— Wait, what are you drinking?
I'm just drinking something to make me happy again.
You can't drink alcohol while you're on the job?
I can't do such a job as this if I can't drink. I can't do something as lame as letting our company lose money to other companies sober. This is why this company is failing, just like all the other companies in Japan right now.
It doesn't matter how lame this job might be, you still can't go around being rude to people.
You're just being salty. Because if that dude accepted my offer of buying Italian leather from us, then I'd have been more successful at sales than you. Why'd you have to stop me, you moron?
I'll let you know that I had a good reason to do so.
Oh, really? What's this reason of yours, then?
It's true that our company doesn't make as much money if we're not able to sell leather over other fabrics, but we actually provide a wider range of different fabrics that aren't leather. Therefore, in the long run, if companies keep buying any kind of fabric from us, then our overall sales figures will keep increasing. Do you understand?
Huh?
That's why what we really need to do is create strong relationships with our clients. Hey, stop drinking already!
This is why I hate Japan. In France and Germany, the legal age to drink is 16, whereas here, it's 20. And in the whole of Europe, it's super normal to drink wine while you have lunch, but that's not the case here. It's so lame that we don't get to do things like that over here.
You have to understand that there's simply differences in cultures. You know you can't be drinking on the job, so stop it already! Promise me that you'll never drink while you're working ever again, okay?
You're just a lame old dude. I'm the future president of this company. Are you sure you should be treating me like this?
Whatever you say, I'll let what you did today slide just this once. But you have to promise me to never drink while you're working ever again, okay?
Can you just stop telling me what to do already? I'll get my uncle to fire you in a second if you don't. People like you are the reason why this company won't last. It's all your fault.
Do you promise you won't drink while you're working anymore?
I'm done working for today, so hurry up and drop me off at home already.
I have no idea what you're going on about. You can't just go home like that. It's not your place to decide when you're done with work, especially when you've hardly done anything today.
I feel sick now, so let me get out of the car. I'm walking home, but you better get back to work and work hard, you idiot. What's up with that kid?
With that, he stomped off somewhere, and all I could think about was how I was going to have to keep looking after him, and not being sure if I'd be able to do so. Then came the next day. Good morning, all. Oh, hi, Rue. What are you doing in my seat? I'd like my seat back, please.
Oh, hey, it's you. Sorry to have to break it to you like this, but this is my seat from now on. You better go and make yourself comfortable over there by the window or something.
What? Why have you been acting so strange since yesterday? What are you doing talking to the new department manager like that? How rude of you! You should treat your superiors with respect, you loser employee! He's taken over my position? Exactly! From today, you've been demoted to nothing more than a simple employee of this company. So go make yourself comfortable with a seat by the window, before I think of doing something worse to you, like making you transfer to the countryside. I don't understand what's going on here. Why am I getting demoted all of a sudden? I heard everything about what happened yesterday from Hyrule. You ended up agreeing to a transaction between us and Sutekina Co., which would have resulted in us making a smaller sales number from them than previously agreed upon. You simply accepted them not wanting to pay us more for our services and just went back home like a sad dog. So how is it that you can be trusted with such a position as being the manager of this department if all you can ever do is be a pushover? But that's not exactly what happened. There's a reason as to why we ended up lowering the price of their order this month.
Shut up already! Simple employees like you shouldn't have anything to say back. From now on, I'm going to help you make this company of ours the best it ever was.
Oh, hi, Rue. I know we'll succeed together. After all, we have the same goal. Wait, sir! I believe we've been able to have such a long and great relationship with Sutekina Co. due to my hard work over the years and the trust I built up with Mr. Yoga! I don't think any of that's true. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I've already gotten in contact with Mr. Yoga and told him that the person in charge of his orders at our company will be changing over to Hyrule. No way! I looked over the contract we have with Sutekina Co., and it states that they had to cover the whole cost of their previous order if they were to cancel on us. So I contacted Mr. Yogo about that, and he said that he'd agree to order the most expensive Italian leather from us. You're amazing, my dear nephew. You were able to go through all of the fine print on the contract and find the part about cancellation fees. Exactly. Not only was I able to get them to pay us the original amount they had put in their order for, but I was also able to make them pay us even more by not only ordering leather, but Italian leather. So obviously, the top salesman of our company will be me this month. No way. What? But there's no way Sutekina Co. needs such fine leathers! Just accept it already, Hiroshi. You graduated from a low-ranking university, and that's why you can't sell people expensive things. Whereas my nephew over here graduated from the top university there is here, and that's why people are more likely to accept buying expensive things from him. Exactly! That
That's why I make a better salesman than you'll ever be. We'll be doing sales my way from now on, so you better never tell me what to do ever again. Got it?
Go on now, find a seat by the window already. A month went by from that day. What happened to last month's sales numbers? We lost so much money! There's no way that would have happened.
The numbers should have greatly increased last month, considering that I was able to get one of our clients to buy the most expensive leather we were selling. There must have been some kind of mistake with the numbers.
These are the correct numbers. We've lost so much in sales, none of this makes any sense. What happened while I was gone last month? Oh no. Hairu, when you put in the order for Sutekinoko, did you make sure to calculate the cost, price, and transportation fee properly? Obviously he didn't, and that's why we ended up losing so much money last month.
Shut it, Hiroshi! Get lost!
There's no way I can stay silent about this! It's true that the cost for clients to purchase the Italian leather from us is at least double the price of other leathers and fabrics we sell, but you also have to calculate the transportation fee, which he obviously didn't. Because if he'd put that into consideration, then he wouldn't have sold the Italian leather for the considerably lower price that he did. And that's why we ended up losing so much money last month.
How could you have done that, Hairu?
Not only that, but I guess he changed the transportation method to by air rather than by sea, thinking that it would simply get here quicker, and didn't realize that that would cost significantly more. The fact that he didn't consider all of these things when putting in the final order is honestly quite ridiculous.
Just because you were demoted last month doesn't mean that you had to do all that research about my order in order to try and take me down!
Oh, trust me, that's not the only research I ended up doing. I also found out some interesting information about your private life, Hairu, especially about your educational background.
What are you going on about?
Hairu here really did enter the top university here, but he ended up not being able to graduate after 4 years, so he repeated his final year, but then never graduated because he ended up dropping out in the same year. All of that information is on your social media.
You found my personal social media account? You're not allowed to do that!
Hairu, after all the money I paid the university to get you in, you ended up dropping out? Mr. Koneide, are you saying you bribed Hairu's way into the top university here?
Don't say anymore, Uncle! Keep your mouth shut!
I can't believe the two of you! I'll figure out what to do with you two soon enough! But first, I have to figure out what to do with Sutekinoko's furniture orders, or else we'll continue to keep losing money like we did last month. There's nothing to worry about in terms of that, sir. I got a phone call from Mr. Yoga the other day, and he told me that he'd like to switch back to the order of fabrics that he'd asked me to switch over to previously for their future orders.
What? What does he have against the finest Italian leather we have to offer?
Hairu, do you have any idea what Sutekinoko makes?
Of course I do! They make things like expensive sofas and massage chairs! Everyone knows that! That's why I've been pushing for them to buy the finest Italian leather we have to offer!
It's true that they make chairs, but they're looking to focus on chairs and stools that'll be sold to hairdressers and hospitals.
What? So? They can still use expensive leather for those chairs?
But apparently, when they sterilized the leathers, they found that they'd end up changing color, so they decided not to go with them. Even though the most expensive leather would technically make the best furniture, Sutekinoko has to keep in mind the people they're catering to and their needs. It simply comes down to that fact, and that's why they're going with different fabrics.
Oh, that makes sense.
If that's the case, then how about we tell them about the faux leather we just created, the one that's waterproof? I've already done that, sir. I took a sample of it to Mr. Yoga last night, and he was more than happy to order our new faux leather from us and sign a 5-year contract for it with us. Wow, Hiroshi, you've done great. Hairu, what have you done here? You have no place raising your voice like that to anyone. You and your nephew both need to swiftly make yourself out of our company building right now.
What are we supposed to do, Uncle?
There's nothing we can do now. I guess things have finally figured themselves out. What a day. I seem to be forgetting something. It's me! You forgot about me till the very end! You didn't let me say anything in this story till now, so I'll be the one to end it. And with that, Hairu was swiftly fired for the things he'd done as the department manager, and because he didn't have the experience to even be a manager. Also, Mr. Koneide was fired for having made the decision to make Hairu a manager in the first place. After they were both fired, well, no one knows what happened to either of them. As for Hiroshi, He was given his previous position of manager back, and I was given my previous position of chief back too. I'm glad you were able to take part in this story, at least at the very end. Thank you for watching all the way till the end. Don't forget to subscribe and smash that like button. And if you have time, please check out our other videos as well. Alright then, see you next time. Bye.